Are you thinking about making a podcast? If you are, I know you want to be able to make that podcast in a way that's easy and not complicated. And you want to be able to make that podcast in a way that it's not going to cost you an arm or a leg. Well, I have a solution for you. It's called Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast. Here's what you need to do. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's anchor.fm to get started. Start your podcast today. Good morning, everyone. Let's take some time and let's look at what's on for this Thursday, July the 23rd, 2020 at 7:57 a.m. Central Time. Now, I don't know what you have planned for today, but I know there is something you need to put on your schedule. And you need to put on your schedule, stay up late. Now, why do you need to stay up late on this Thursday, July the 23rd? Because at 11 p.m. Central Time tonight, are you ready for it? Taylor Swift is going to drop a brand new album. Now, you may not be a Taylor Swift fan, but if you are a fan or if you're not a fan, if you love her or if you hate her, here's one thing we all know. If Taylor Swift drops a new album, people are going to be talking about it 5 seconds after the album drops. 5 minutes after the album drops. And the talk and the discussion and the debating will only increase every hour after the album drops. So sometime tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it's going to be Taylor Swift talk everywhere. There's going to be article after article after article. People on social media are going to be talking about it. Now, and we know people are usually very divided because when someone becomes as popular and famous as Taylor Swift is, there's always a large group of people who are going to bash it, are going to complain about it, acting like it's garbage, she's a sellout, whatever. So this is what we know. Taylor Swift is going to drop an album and people are going to start talking. Some will praise it. Some will criticize it. Some will love it. Some will hate it. A lot of people who say they hate it and are going to criticize it are still going to listen to it so they can make their YouTube videos and send out their tweets and go Facebook Live to talk about how bad it is. There's going to be people all over the place loving, praising the greatest album ever made to the worst album ever made. And everyone will have an opinion. So guess what you should do? You should stay up late and you should listen to it first before you hear anyone's opinion so that you can hopefully not have your opinion poisoned. That's the worst thing you can do. I don't really understand why some people, they will wait to watch a movie. They will wait and watch a movie until they have read the reviews about it. Like before they watch a movie, they'll hop online and start reading different reviews. Why? That poisons your opinion. That either sets your expectations too high and then you're let down, or it starts making you think the movie is garbage because you read all of these reviews criticizing it. Don't do that. Watch a movie without a review as much as possible. Don't do that. Now, that's why when I talk about things here, I try not to give any spoilers, and sometimes I don't even really try to give much of an opinion. I try to give some of the philosophical and ideological ideas contained in a show so that you can look for them. I try to do that. And I do the same thing with music a lot of times. Instead of just offering criticism, I try to tell you what to look for and what to listen for, and let's look at the lyrics. So just be very careful that when everyone starts talking about the Taylor Swift album, don't go, well, everyone else says it's crap, so it has to be crap. No, don't let other people ruin things for you. Watch it, listen to it, read it, and draw your own conclusions. I hate how popular opinion guides so many people's decisions. Well, everyone says it's great, so it has to be great. Well, who cares what everyone else says? Okay. It doesn't, everyone else says it's crap. Who cares what everyone else says? Watch it and formulate your own opinion. Go look at it with a clean slate. And remember, and again, I don't understand a lot of people's approach to so many things. We live in a wonderful time in 2020 where we have music streaming services where you can listen to anything. Even if you say, I hate Taylor Swift, it's a brand new album by an artist that's had a massive influence on the music industry, has had a massive influence on so many things related to music. So take some time and listen to it. Even like, well, it's not really my thing. Why do you have to have a thing? Make music your thing. Explore all kinds of music. Dig in, listen to this, listen to that. So it's going to be a big deal. Stay up late. Taylor Swift is dropping a new album. Let's get excited about it. Let's stay up. Let's listen to it. And then we will talk about it. Here's what we know as of right now. I know I had to get on my soapbox there a little bit, but that's okay. All right. Here's what we know. This was published in Rolling Stone magazine. I don't have the time that this was published, but I'm reading it to you, obviously, this Thursday, July the 23rd, 2020 at 8:02 a.m. Here's the headline. Taylor Swift surprise announces new album Folklore. Now, I think maybe there were some rumors that a new Taylor Swift album was coming, but I think the announcement is still considered to be a surprise. I don't think anyone knew that it was coming this early. So Taylor Swift has surprised everyone with an announcement that she has a new album, Folklore, that's going to drop tonight for me at 11 p.m. Central Time. At midnight for other people, but Taylor Swift surprise announced her 8th studio album. This is going to be her 8th studio album. It's called Folklore. She'll release Friday, July the 24th at midnight. Now, here's what you can do. Even if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, I mean, I like finding things to do. Throughout your day, start listening to the other 7 studio albums by Taylor Swift. And you say, why? I don't like her. But because this is what the fun thing to do. I love to go back and listen to the previous albums of artists right before they drop a new album, even if I'm not a fan. Because when I listen to the new album, it will demonstrate how they are growing as an artist, how they're changing as an artist, or how they are progressing. And sometimes, especially when you listen to the new album, if it's radically a departure, it's a radical departure or different from their previous albums, then you can almost guarantee you're going to get some of the fans start going, ooh, I don't like the new direction. Ooh, I don't like the way, not New Direction, not the band New Direction, not the boy. Okay, you get the idea. But people will start complaining, I don't like the new sound. I don't like this. I don't like that, because some people want an artist to make one album and then every album sound the exact same. I can't stand that. I love to see how artists grow, how they change, what new directions they take, why they're taking these directions. Do I think it works? I say go back and listen to our previous albums and then be ready tonight and then draw up an opinion. And maybe when it's over, you're like, ugh, that was the worst day of my life because I had to listen to so much Taylor Swift. Or you may go, man, I can kind of see now why. I can appreciate some things she's done. So if you're a fan, listen. If you're a fan, allow the artist to grow and change. If you're not a fan, expand your horizons and try new things. That's one of the wonderful things about music streaming service. You're paying that monthly subscription, get the most out of it, right? So this is what we know, right? So Taylor Swift surprise announced her 8th studio album, Folklore, which she'll release Friday, July the 24th at midnight. In a post, Swift said the album came about after many of her plans for 2020, including several shows in support of her 2019 album, Lover, had to be scrapped due to COVID-19. With her free time, however, she came up with a collection of new songs that will comprise Folklore, writing and recording in isolation, right? There's a lot of people she did some collaborating with. I'm not going to name all of them because I'll save it for the album, all right? This is what she said on social media. Surprise! Tonight at midnight, I'll be releasing my 8th studio album, Folklore, an entire brand new album of songs I've poured all of my whims, dreams, fears, and musings into. All right. Hours before releasing the album, Swift will release the music video for the album track Cardigan Thursday, July the 23rd. So sometime today, a new music video is going to drop. She wrote and directed the clip and said the shoot was overseen by a medical inspector. Everyone wore a mask, stayed away from each other, and I even did my own hair, makeup, and styling. Swift described Folklore as an entire brand new album, which we've just read, songs I've poured all my whims, dreams, fears, and musings into. Before this year, I probably would have overthought when to release this music at the perfect time. But the times we're living in keep reminding me that nothing is guaranteed. My gut is telling me that if you make something you love, you should just put it out into the world. That's the side of uncertainty I can get on board with. All right. And I think that's true. A lot of people in the music world right now, you can't overthink it. They're all trying to overthink it and go, okay, what's the perfect time to release this? And trying to be strategic. Man, make it, release it. I think that's the only way to go right now. See, what else do we know? I was hoping we get some kind of description of what we're looking for. I'm trying to see if we have anything here that kind of talks about what to expect. No, we have right now here's the track list we have. The One. So we have The One, Cardigan. Well, they have this is really weird. The track list reads like this. Track 1, The One. Track 1, Cardigan. So I don't know how you have two number ones, but that's literally how it's listed. Maybe The One is like an intro for Cardigan, so they're making it one track. Maybe that's how it is. We're gonna have the intro. I'm not a big fan of intros to albums. I'm really not, because usually like maybe it's interesting the first time, but then usually there's nothing really there that sustains you wanting to keep, to listen to it again. So in many cases you start skipping it. Now, if the intro really serves a purpose of setting the mood, or it's really important for the interpretation of the album, but a lot of times musically, an intro really doesn't do anything. So I don't know if it's an intro or not, but they literally have track 1, The One, track 1, Cardigan. Now, Cardigan is obviously going to be the big single since they're releasing the video from it. Track 2, The Last Great American Dynasty. Track 3, Exile. Track 4, My Tears Ricochet. Track 5, Mirrorball. Track 6, 7. Track 7, August. Track 8, This Is Me Trying. Track 9, Illicit Affairs. Track 10, Invisible String. Track 11, Mad Woman. Track 12, Epiphany. Track 13, Betty. Track 14, Peace. Track 15, Hoax. And bonus track, The Lakes. So it looks like we're going to get 16 total tracks. New music, Taylor Swift, new album, dropping tonight, 11 p.m. Central Time for me, probably midnight for you. Let's listen to it. Let's explore it. Let's see. I'm going to be checking out Beats One today at 11 a.m. Central Time. Beats One, Zane Lowe will be live on the air. That's 11 a.m. Central Time. Apple Music, Beats One. That's their live radio station. I would recommend, if you've never tried Apple Music, get a subscription, do the free trial. At 11 a.m., have Zane Lowe on. It's live radio. Zane Lowe, one of the very important hosts of Apple Music. His show on Beats One, there's a very good chance, if they're going to drop the video today, I think there's a very good chance that means that single gets dropped. And there's a very good chance we may hear it, because Apple Music loves to world premiere new music. There's a very good chance we may hear that single at 11 a.m. Central Time. You have to, again, translate that to your time zone. 11 a.m. Central Time, Beats One with Zane Lowe. I'm going to have headphones on and see if we hear the brand new track by Taylor Swift. So that is what is on for this Thursday. That's what's on for this Thursday, July the 23rd, 2020. Plan to listen. Plan to get the most out of that music streaming service. Don't let everyone else tell you what to think. Draw your own conclusions. Draw your own opinions. Don't have your opinions poisoned. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's a great album. I hope she I hope she experiments a little bit. Since this album wasn't really planned and it breaks her normal album cycle, right? Because this was all supposed to be about touring. And then we probably wouldn't get another album till next year. Since this kind of breaks that up, I hope this is something outside of the Taylor Swift box a little bit. I hope she really expands maybe in subject matter in her lyrics. I hope maybe she expands musically. I hope we hear some different sounds, some maybe experimentation. I don't know. I'm hoping for a little bit, but the artist has to do what they think is best. I'm going to try to enjoy it no matter what. I'm not one of those who typically when I listen to an album, I'm not one to go, "Ooh, I hate this or I hate that." I always usually find something that I like. Oh, I've got preferences of things I love. Then I got things I like. I do have the ability to go listen to something and go, "I don't really like it, but I can understand why this is important. I can understand why this is going to be considered one of the great albums. I can understand why this is influential. It may not be my favorite." So I really try to approach music as a fan. I think so many times in fandom, fans seem to be, all they want to do is sit around and criticize and complain. You see this in professional wrestling fandom. You see this a lot of times in a lot of different areas. It's like the fans find nothing, all they ever want to do is complain. And I don't get that. If you're a fan, enjoy it. I'm a fan of music. I'm going to enjoy it. Now, there's some things I'm just like, ugh. But I don't linger on that because there's 9 million other options. So I move on. Now, sometimes if I don't like it, I will spend a lot of time listening to it, trying to figure out why, trying to put my mind around, why do I hate this so much? What is it about it? That drives me crazy because I would prefer to love it than hate it. I would prefer to enjoy it than, want to get away from it. I mean, I prefer to enjoy things. I mean, we all should prefer to enjoy things. So I don't know. There's me. Just giving you my stream of consciousness, just thinking out loud on this Thursday. But new Taylor Swift is coming. Folklore, new album, Taylor Swift. Tonight, we're going to get some new Taylor Swift tonight. Are you excited? I am. All right, so 11 p.m., headphones on. 11 a.m., Beats One, Apple Music. I just think they're going to drop Cardigan. I think we're going to hear Cardigan today at 11 a.m. That is my prediction. We will see if I'm right. If we do, then I'll turn on the microphone and maybe give you an impromptu review of Cardigan by Taylor Swift. The music video, I'll definitely be watching the music video as well. All right, there you have it. Remember back in the day when there was a music channel that would have done a world premiere video and then played it every hour on the hour? Oh, I think that was called MTV. You know, that channel that used to play music videos? Okay. Yeah, I know. Now we've got YouTube, so we don't need MTV. So there you have it. That's someone probably telling me right now about the new Taylor Swift album, but they're late. We already are talking about it here. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Currently On podcast. Share this with anyone and everyone you know, your friends, your enemies, your family members, strangers on the street. Tell them to listen to Currently On if they want to know what's currently on. And what's currently on tonight? New Taylor Swift. Let's listen. Let's see what she has to say. Everyone have a great day. Go listen. Go watch something.